On the Rocks stars Bill Murray and Rashida Jones as together they are trying to figure out if Rashida Jones' husband is cheating. This is, of course, a Sofia Coppola movie that is on Apple Plus TV, and I wasn't honestly sure if I was going to get to watch this movie. I didn't have Apple Plus TV until like September. I got a iPhone in, I believe it was August. Yeah, August. And I got it in August, and I was like, oh, well, now I can watch Apple Plus TV because it comes with it for free. And I finally got it in September. And then I just never used it. It wasn't until I realized I wanted to rank Sofia Coppola's movies that I was like, you know what? I got to watch this movie. And at the same time, I also heard it's one of the best of 2020. So I should watch it for that reason as well, because you know what? Maybe it will make my top 10 of 2020. And I'll say this right off the bat. I am glad that I did watch this movie because this movie does have positives. For one, watching Rashida Jones and Bill Murray as father-daughter, their chemistry is palpable. They are great together. And you really do feel it through the dialogue as well. It's very naturalistic. I don't know how much of it was improv versus how much of it was scripted, but it was good stuff. I thought they were great together. The cinematography is also really good. So much so that I wasn't even sure if it was film or digital. Not that it would matter completely in some cases, but it just was so beautiful that I got caught up in it. I thought it looks really good. And the color palette was just otherworldly, man. It was beautiful. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I mentioned the dialogue, but there were also some chuckles to be had for sure. The humor was on point during certain scenes. But besides that, this is a very middle-of-the-road movie. See, the thing is, and I talk about this from time to time whenever I review a slice-of-life movie, but slice-of-life movies, like comedies, are so subjective. You know, one person might watch a slice-of-life movie and be bored out of their minds, whilst another one might have a religious experience by watching that same film. And I feel like for On the Rocks, I just feel like, well, for better or worse, I'm on the rocks about this movie because its heart's in the right place, you know, about infidelity and just like, you know, trust, loyalty. These are all issues that it's dealing with. And I feel like, for lack of better words, that is interesting on paper. But while watching the movie, although from a, you know, shallow perspective, it was entertaining, as the film progressed and as we got closer to the end, I honestly lost interest. I really did. And I think that just kind of comes down to the fact that the dialogue isn't altogether always interesting. It isn't altogether always engaging to the slightest bit of movement, like a lot of other films where it's like every single line is engaging. This is a movie that loses steam, I feel like, by the end. And the overall themes are just kind of simplistic. Again, it's dealing with stuff that isn't simplistic, but how they handled it was simplistic in my viewpoint. Score was pretty forgettable. The mixing was okay of the sound, I suppose. Production design is okay, but there's not really anything really for me to say, yes, this is great. The characters are in the moment interesting, but in retrospect, whatever. So it's just one of those things where, again, while watching it, I did enjoy it, but as soon as the film ended, I was like, I don't see myself watching this movie again, and truth be told, it's not a terrible slice-of-life movie, but it's also definitely not like a great one. I'm in the middle of this one. I think this movie has its fair share of positives, but also its fair share of criticisms that I'm able to, you know, pinpoint. And I think the other thing I wanted to mention is that the ending just, like, I don't know, it left me feeling kind of cold. And usually the ending is the last thing that you remember about the movie, and yeah, that's probably also why I feel more middle of the road. But nonetheless, listen, On the Rocks, if you like this movie, that's completely fine, and I get it. But for me personally, I feel very mixed about it, and that's why I'll be giving it a 2.5 out of 5-star rating. So, yeah, that is my review for On the Rocks. Again, look for my, Sofia Coppola movies director ranking list. That will be coming out soon. I still need to watch the Virgin Suicides. I still need to watch that, and I believe then I can rank her work. And then obviously, top 10 films of 2020 will be coming out soon. I still have, at this point, like a handful of movies to watch. But yeah, guys, anyways, thank you very much for watching this quick review. You're the best. Don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and also on Letterboxd, and I will catch you guys later.